Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Miss Fin Show. I am your host, Miss Fins. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Good morning. Hit that like button on your way in, guys. Hit that like button on your way in. Thank you so much. Mm, mm, mm. What up, Aquavision in the building? Welcome. Thank you so much, sir, for coming in. Morning, Joseph. Welcome. Miss Fins, hopefully you're feeling better. I am. Thankfully, honestly, man, this was a tough week. I'm not gonna lie, but thankfully I am feeling better every day. Thank God, I'm breathing better, so that's always a good thing. Um, but yeah, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you for thinking of me and praying for me. Thank you. I definitely do feel much better. um, Herbert was so bad. TD ended stream before game end. Oh, that's funny. Good morning, Lance. Good morning. I sound better. Thank you. Ever sucks 2 times. Glad you're better. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate you. Listen, guys, I get it. We all love our guy, Mr. Tua Money Vailoa. But we don't have to, crap on someone else just because of it. Just saying. Just saying. But I get it. Holy smokes. I almost want to feel like which day do I go over these games? You know what I mean? Like, because the season's not over. The season's not over. The Dolphin season's over, but the overall season's still there. So, like we do every off season, guys. Okay, just a quick. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming through. This is the Miss Fin Show. I am your host, Miss Fins. Thank you. We're gonna be talking all off season, everything you can think of about the Miami Dolphins, updates, salary cap, contracts. We're going to be talking about possible players to get, free agents, all that good stuff, right? Training camp, you guys know every year I go to training camp for you guys, get you videos, pictures, and all that good stuff. So, all that's going to happen this off season again. As far as this period, while the season's still going, it's still regular season, so I still have a regular show. Like Mondays, we'll talk about the games that happen. In this case, um because we don't have Dolphins games, then I will discuss the wildcard weekend games. But because there's still one more tonight's like the last wildcard weekend game. I'm gonna recap all the games tomorrow, so that way we can have a full picture of what's gonna happen throughout the day. So that's all. But today we can definitely talk about a little bit about her because uh, that offense, that Chargers offense didn't get off the bus. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it did not get off the bus, and I think that's probably why they lost, and they lost the way they did, which is not good. If we're gonna be honest. But ladies and gentlemen, I do want to go over and give you guys the game preview of tonight's game, because that I did tell you I was going to do tonight. Tonight's game is going to be a pretty good game. Ooh, it's going to be a good game. So I'm excited about tonight's game. I'm going to touch up on the other ones because obviously they're there. Now, the Bills game, that one I want to specifically break down on Wednesday when I do the AFCE show. So we'll talk about that one specifically on Wednesday. But the other games we can, because they're not in our division, we can definitely talk about it. Because I got some choice words for that particular game. Ugh, so annoying, I'm telling you. I just can't stand it. I really can't. Not really. Mm-mm. But we're gonna talk about it. Let's see here. What's up, Rebo? Welcome. Dolphins been over for me since 1974. Joseph, come on, man. Don't be like that. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. You guys are hilarious. Okay. Y'all are hilarious. Um, Herbert has some problems as Tua's ball placement. Yeah, but unlike Tua, he doesn't underthrow the balls. He overthrows the ball. That's his major problem, which is interesting to me, to say the least. But let me go ahead and show you guys what we got real quick, because this is pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting. Let's start out with, because I did say I was gonna do the game preview. Let's start out with the LA Minnesota game. And if you're just coming in, guys, thank you so much for coming through to the Miss Phins show off season 2025-2026. We're gonna have that Monday to Friday 8 a.m. guys. Monday to Friday 8 a.m. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's go ahead and get this puppy started. Miss Phins, on a positive note, Crossman finally got asked. Dude, that's what I need to talk about. Yeah, I gotta talk about that. I gotta talk about all the changes, and we're gonna talk about that today. Actually, let me just get through this. Let me get through the Vikings Rams since they are playing tonight, and then we're gonna discuss the Dolphins updates. That's why I put that on there as well. But that is a major one in my opinion, and another one that I've been hearing, which is kind of interesting, hearing other people's opinions on it. The Wes Welker one, we gotta see. We got Finsanity in the building. Good morning. What's up? Oh gosh, which reminds me, I gotta also talk about it fantasy as well, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm being sick all last week really threw everything off for me. So, but we'll talk about I'll probably talk about it tomorrow. But I do want to quickly, so I don't forget. Congratulations to Context on being the fantasy winner. Congratulations, sir, and congrats to Finsanity being the Pick'ems Challenge winner this year. Both of you guys were awesome. We're gonna talk about it this week. I'm sorry, I just completely literally I've just been out of it. So, but I appreciate you guys, and again, congratulations to you both. Okay. Let's get into this, into the into the let me present first. That's what I gotta do. There you go. Let's do this so that way we can get through this preview since it's the main one, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, you've got the last game of Wildcard Weekend being played out tonight at 8 p.m. on NBC. This I can't get Channel 10 in my home. My issue is where I live. We're in between signals, so sometimes I'll get the ones from Miami, or I'll get the ones from Palm Beach, or I won't get either. So it's like it's really frustrating, actually. So Channel 10, Channel 7, but Channel 7, Fox, I can get in a different channel. I can get the Palm Beach one, not the Miami one. For some reason, I'm too far away. I don't even know why. But anyways, but the Palm Beach one I can get. But then Channel 10, there is no alternative for Channel 10, which is ABC. In case if you're South Florida, you know what I'm talking about. So ABC, I can't get. I'd have to like stream it, which sucks. But I gotta do what I gotta do. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 8 p.m. tonight, Monday Night Football, the last Monday Night Football of the season, guys. It's going to be Minnesota taking their 14-3 record into the Los Angeles Rams, who are 10-7 because of the wildfires, guys. Both teams agreed that they would have and move that came over to Arizona, so the NFL was able to go ahead and get all that rearranged, the teams as well, just to be able to have their fans be safe. So obviously the fans, the players, families, all that stuff. As you guys know, LA has been battling the biggest wildfires I think recorded from what I heard last time on the newscast yesterday. The biggest wildfires in LA. We're praying for everybody going through that. That's really tough. Listen, over here in the East Coast, especially in the Southeast, we deal with hurricanes, but we know about it. We get like a week warning. We can get our stuff ready, evacuate if we need to. Sometimes with the wildfires on that side of the country, in the west side, they get no warning unless they get something in like their phones or whatever to get out. So hopefully they'll be able to go ahead and get all the help that they need. So shout out to everybody in LA. Hopefully everybody's safe, and RIP to those who unfortunately were gone due to these wildfires. But moving on to the game itself, so they moved it to Arizona. As you can see with the AP, obviously they both coaches were in talks with each other and the league as well to be able to make that transition over to Arizona. Shout out to Arizona for opening up their doors in their stadium for all those fans. It happens, and I love that we're still able. We may be rivals, you know what I mean, but I still love that we're able to go ahead and help each other out like this. So shout out to them. Now, as far as this game, Minnesota away, even though this is a neutral zone, it is favored by 2.5 points. The over under in this particular game is 47.5 points for the Rams. Listen, the Rams won their division, which is why they ended up being, excuse me, in the it's 2-7, 3-6, 4-5. Yeah, okay. They're in the fourth position. That's why they're going up against Minnesota. Minnesota's there because they lost two and they lost the division to the Lions. Which, yo, Lions are looking like a powerhouse. Mm. Good morning, Michael K. Welcome. Dolphin Don, welcome. I see you, sir. Welcome. Hit that like button, guys. So, this is going to be a very interesting game. Now, yesterday's games, we'll talk about yesterday's games tomorrow. So we can do the entire wildcard weekend recap. But whoa. Let me tell you something. This particular game, with the way that Minnesota has been playing all season long, I don't know how the Rams beat them, to be honest with you. Taking a look at Minnesota. Now, one thing I will say, they've been a little bit shaky on offense and defense. I love Brian Flores. I will always love Brian Flores. That's not gonna change, okay? But even his defense has been a little suspect. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like, I don't know. Could they? Could could they maybe not? Perhaps. Uh, Actually, the reason why I love this game is because, ladies and gentlemen, obviously we already know Minnesota has been playing way better than what a lot of people expected them to play this year, right? But guys, the LA Rams just got all their players back in the last like 3 weeks of the season. They got Puka Nakua, Cooper Cup. They're healthy in the defensive side. They also got healthy. Like literally, everything you would want as a team is having that forward momentum from the regular season, having all your guys back, and taking that into the postseason. And that's exactly what the LA Rams have been able to do. So you're almost like, This isn't going to be a cakewalk for Minnesota. Do not be surprised if the Rams take this because, again, everything is going in their favor as far as health wise. They're healthy up and down that roster. And they're almost looking like the LA Rams that won the Super Bowl a few years ago. Matthew Stafford is looking like he's got his legs back, like he actually is ready to go. And I'm almost like, if the Sean McVay, we already know Super Bowl winning coach, obviously. Sean McVay, in my opinion, is one of the most creative coaches that I've seen, definitely in the last 15 years. Young coach, obviously, we know this. But what I like about him, or what I like about my own coach, is that with Sean McVay, you're not going to see everything cookie cutter the exact same way. He actually adjusts to his opponents, which is what I like. What's up, JC? Welcome. Adam S. in the building. Welcome. One of our awesome members. Thank you so much, man, for coming through. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that the Rams and Sean McVay, I love how they play I almost said basketball, football. And they can beat you with anybody. And that's the great thing about them. If they have all their weapons, Matthew Stafford can hit you wherever, and you can only stop so much. Now, 56.7% say Minnesota will win. 43.3% say the Rams will win. You got Sam Darnold, the second coming of Sam Darnold. This is the best I've ever seen Sam Darnold play. You can even tell. Look at the production out of this man: 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 4,300 yards in the regular season. Versus Stafford, almost 3,800 yards, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Sam Darnold has been playing the best football in his entire career. In his entire career. And right now, you have a Super Bowl winning quarterback to a guy who everybody overlooked, and Sam Darnold. Like, nobody, realistically speaking, guys, Sam Darnold was on his last leg. Got an opportunity with KOC in Minnesota. And if it wasn't for JJ McCarthy getting injured literally like the first week of the season, he would have never seen the field. But it was probably the best thing I mean, not for JJ McCarthy. It doesn't matter. He's still, he's still got his team. But it was the best thing for Sam Darnold to get this opportunity and take advantage of it. And he absolutely took advantage, to the point that some people say, don't be surprised if Sam Darnold gets a couple of MVP votes. Don't be surprised. Because Sam Darnold right now, that's exactly how he's playing. Guys, we're looking to get 30 likes, guys. We got over 50 of you guys in here. Thank you so much. Please, if you haven't done so already, guys, do me a favor. Please, please, please hit that like button, guys. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much. It really does help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Please hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Let's get the likes up. I want to get to 50 likes. If you guys can help me out, that'd be great. Thank you, guys. Thank you. That's gonna be interesting. Kyron Williams again, almost 1,300 yards, bro. You can get one more yard, but anyhow, uh, between Jones for Minnesota and Kyron Williams, that's gonna be a fun game to watch between both teams. And Puka Nakua and the number one receiver in the league in number two receiver, Justin Jefferson, because Jamar Chase, he's not going to win the Triple Crown, in my opinion, but he's still the number one wide receivers, right? But Justin Jefferson, you could say 1A and 1B. You know what I mean? Between those two. Puka Nakua, man. Since he's been back, he's been unstoppable. You've got Puka Nakua, you got Cooper Cup, you've got so many weapons over there for the Rams. This is actually a lot more closer than people might think. This is why you see the Minnesota being only 2.5 points favorites. It's an even game. This is exactly how Tampa Bay, Washington was last night. What a game. The best game by far this weekend. Every other game sucked. But the Washington Tampa Bay game was the hardest game to pick. And it was the best game to watch, period. It was the best game to watch. So I'm excited for it. Now, look, Minnesota, obviously, they got a bunch of guys questionable. Cam Akers, he's questionable, but he's set to play. I haven't seen anything that says he won't play today. Everybody else is either out or IR. Same thing for, I mean, yeah, the Rams got a lot of guys on IR, but everybody else that was questionable, they're gonna be available for the game, so it's not gonna be too crazy. Minnesota 4-1 the last five. Same thing for the Rams. So taking a look at it, man, both teams have been funny enough. They just lost the last game. That's it. Both teams have been on a tear. Now this game will be played again in Arizona, where the Cardinals play in State Farm Stadium. Okay. This game is gonna be 56 degrees, nighttime, partly windy. But if I'm not mistaken, this is a dome. Help me out. I don't know if it's a dome or not. I forgot. Do you guys know if the Arizona Cardinals stadium is a dome or not? Let me know. Let me know. That would be great to know. I have no idea. I forgot, to be honest with you. I think it is, but I'm not sure. Let's see here. Miss Fins, are you sure you picked on the NFL for moving tonight's game because of a little fire? That's not a little fire, dude. It's a retractable roof. Okay, cool. You, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So JC says they should have had the game in Las Vegas, a lot closer to California. Well, you have to understand. I'm sure they looked at that, but all these venues they have other things going on too. So when it comes to scheduling, you got concert tours, you've got one-off events, you've got sporting events too. So you can't really move stuff like that. Arizona was probably picked because it was probably the one place that actually had an availability for today. So I don't know. I said probably. They chose what they chose, people. Maybe LA was like, or Las Vegas was like, nah, not here. All right, cool. We're not in the playoffs, so not here. Sorry, I have to make fun of them. That would be funny. That's exactly how they felt. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so you guys let me know. Who do you think? I'm gonna put on a question. Who wins? I want to get your. Who do you think actually wins tonight's game? Just tonight's game, obviously. It's the one game we still haven't talked about. Mark Davis is the poorest owner. He could have used some money. He's the poorest owner? Really? I had no idea. Oh, that's interesting. That's probably why he was selling off a little bit of his team just to raise some capital. Makes sense. Okay, who wins? Minnesota or LA Rams. There you go. Let me know, guys. Hit that like button for me, guys. We got 50 of y'all in here. Let's get the likes up, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. Okay. Jaden Daniel plays with the D. So we got that game going. That's a great game, in my opinion. Listen, I'll tell you this. Personally, I almost want to say, man, it's the playoffs. You got to go with the defense. And right now, Minnesota's got the defense. But I don't even feel comfortable saying that either. I'm just being honest. Ugh. I don't feel comfortable at all saying that Minnesota's got this game because of the defense, because the defense has been a little bit sus. Good morning, Kirby. I see you, sir. Jaden Daniel is him, dude. Mm, mm. Ah, you guys are hilarious. Uh, okay. Miss Phins, back transfer to the Canes. Oh yeah, I saw that. The Georgia quarterback transferred to the Canes. Hey, if he wants to get his draft stock up, if he's gonna stay one more year, then yeah, it makes sense. Why not? Big market, still in the South East. Makes sense. Yeah, it is. Let me see anything else. Da-da-da. Okay, Flavor J in the building. Good morning, Flavor J. I see you, sir. Thank you so much for coming through. Okay, so if I gotta pick between these two teams, obviously the Rams and the Vikings. Oh God, it's like Washington Buccaneers. Oh, okay. They both have really good players. They got their health. Couple of X factors, quarterbacks. One is a Super Bowl winner, obviously. The other one is trying to make a name for himself, a good name for himself, make a comeback. I don't know, guys. This is rough. This is a tough game. I'm taking a look at this and I'm like, I don't know if I can who I can pick that I feel comfortable with. Hey, we got Ivory. What's up, Ivory? Good morning, Miss Fins. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Tell Ava hello. And I hope she's doing good in school. Good morning, good morning. I got the Rams by 10. This is an even game for me. This is literally flip a coin, just like last night. Flip a coin. Last night, to differentiate between the Bucks and Washington, I went Bucks because of the experience. Aquavision says Rams by 10 is bold. Yeah, I don't think that this is that. I don't know if I can go Rams by 10. Um. Okay, so let's break it down. If we're going by the top three things: quarterback, defense, head coach. Okay. Well, if you're gonna go quarterback, you gotta go Matthew Stafford because he's the Super Bowl QB. Same thing with the head coach Sean McVay, Super Bowl QB. I mean, head coach. And as far as the offense, man, Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup are a 1-2 punch you can't deal with. Plus, you got Kyron Williams, who, honestly, Kyron Williams is a top 5 running back in the league. So it's looking really good for the LA Rams and that offense. If you were to go, if you were to go, um, Minnesota, and you do the same three things. You got quarterback, head coach, and offense, right? We're gonna stick to that. Obviously, Sam Darnold is a backup quarterback that got an opportunity and took advantage of it. Offensive wise, okay, they got Jordan Addison. I'm not gonna lie, that guy is good. They got obviously JJ Justin Jefferson. TJ Hawkinson, that's another good one. They're running back. Aaron Jones. It's good. It's almost like these two teams are kind of comparable. They're mirror images of each other. If you take a look at it. But oof, I'm trying to see who has the edge. I guess because those three things are kind of comparable, except Kevin O'Connell is not in Sean McVay's level, obviously. He hasn't won a Super Bowl or anything like that. Neither is Sam Darnold. You got to give that to LA Rams. The offense is very similar, right? But now we got to hit up the let's make the breaking factor the defense. And that's kind of hard, guys. It's kind of hard thinking about this defense. I mean, this I'm be taking a look at the defense for the Rams. I don't think the Rams have the kind of defense like Minnesota does. Minnesota definitely has, especially, I mean, come on, man. They got baby Thor. You know what I mean? I think I gotta be with Michael K. I think this is what makes the difference. Gotta give the nod to Vikings defense by a nose, exactly. Rams offense over Vikings by a nose. Yeah, that's the thing, the deciding factor because their offenses are very similar in production. Obviously, they had a million injuries at the beginning of the season. That's why they're 10-7. But they're very comparable to each other. The defense is what's the difference, and I gotta give that to Minnesota. So I gotta go with Minnesota. I think Minnesota will take this game because of their defense. Expect Van Ginkel to have a awesome game. Maybe one, if not 1.5 sacks from him. Obviously, they got Stephon Gilmore, so that he should be getting some good tackles there. Um, they got a lot of good guys actually in that defense. Ben Byron, Murphy, um, Griffin. They got uh, Byron Murphy Jr., Bynum. That's the other one. That's who I was thinking of. But it's a collective of dudes. So that's why Flores is good because he can take anybody's and put them in the right position for them to succeed. So that's who I pick, guys. I pick Vikings, and my score is gonna end up being. I think this is gonna be actually all of the games. I didn't really pick like a high score. They were pretty much what I thought. I think this is gonna be a low 30s game, or just like a high 20s. So I'm gonna go Vikings. Um, 27 to, or I guess that's them. That's 24, 27. Yeah. Vikings 27, Rams mm, 24. 24, 27 Vikings. That's how I think it's going to be. What up, Bones? Bones in the building. Let's go. Give me a score prediction, guys. Miss Phins. How you doing? Good morning, sir. Vikings by 6, says Michael K. Okay. Makes sense. Put it in the chat. What what score do you think this game's gonna end up being? That'll be very interesting. I asked you guys who wins this game. 61% of you guys said Minnesota. 38% said the Rams. Not surprised whatsoever. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Yeah, I picked the Vikings. Yeah. I think the Vikings will definitely get this game. So that's gonna be very interesting. Now, so that's that game, guys. Let's talk about the Miami Dolphins update. You saw they fired Danny Crossman, our special teams coordinator. They also fired our wide receivers coach, Wes Welker. Both of them, well, Crossman needed to be fired. Yeah, like this, I'm not gonna like sugarcoat that one. He needed to be fired. But Wes Welker, I understand a lot of people was like, he didn't do anything. He didn't develop Easy E. He didn't develop this guy. He didn't develop that guy. I'm like, not wrong. But I don't think he should have been the one fired. If I'm gonna be honest with you, Mister, the Buck stuffs with him should have fired himself. Like, I'm not sorry when I say that right now there's zero reason why. Excuse me. Wes Welker is even what do you call it? Being fired. It just makes no sense to me, to be honest with you. It makes zero sense to me. Walker will end up in New Orleans with Brable. You mean New England? Okay, yeah, New England. Exactly. I agree too. Listen, New England is gonna bring back everybody and have the second era of a better, nicer Bill Belichick. Watch. That's what's gonna end up being over there. That is exactly what's gonna end up being over there. So I'm not even surprised whatsoever over there with New England. Mm-mm. He probably stepped on somebody. Maybe. Bo says 32-20 Minnesota. Yeah, that sounds like a good one. Play should be developed by college, not in the NFL. Ooh! Ooh, let me say that one more time for the people in the back. JC coming in with the correctness. Players should be developed in college. 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 I agree 1000%. Players should be developed in college. Why are we developing players in the NFL? Should we help them get adjusted to NFL speed, NFL hits, and all that? Yes, I agree. But if you've been playing football for years, you should have already had those skills developed. And I agree 1000%. Like that's another reason why I'm like, Wes Welker should have never been fired. Mike McDaniel should have been fired. Mike McDaniel did. I'm gonna give you a comparable example. What Sean Payton did yesterday to the Broncos. You know what he did? Sean Payton. We'll talk about it tomorrow when we break down all the games. But Sean Payton did, and I was like I was so mad because Broncos could have beat the Bills yesterday. And but you know what happened? Sean, Sean Payton, first drive, great, boom, aggressive, let's go, boom. Most teams with their first drive, which is already scripted, are tend to be successful. Not it was expected, right? But if you take a look at it, I felt like Bo Nix had one hand behind his back the entire game. Sean Payton to me called such a bad offensive game, in my opinion, and their defense was keeping them in the game. That first half went exactly what I thought would happen. That's exactly what I thought the first half was going to be. But then what ended up happening? You have Sean Payton being extremely conservative in that offense. And that's why, in my opinion, they ended up doing. Now, missing that field goal definitely killed the momentum that the Broncos had completely, and then it just spiraled from there. But all the way up to that point, hey, they were actually doing what I expected them to do, which was if you keep a low scoring game, you give yourself a chance. Relax, Bills fans. Jesus. I picked the Bills regardless. I actually picked the Bills to win the minute I saw the matchup. No matter who was going to be the seventh seed, whether it was us or the or except the Bengals. I would have picked the Bengals had it been the Bengals. But Broncos or Dolphins, I would have still picked the Bills. Like that wasn't going to change. But I said if Broncos wanted to give themselves a chance to win that game, they had to keep that a low scoring game. And in that first half, man, the defense was on point for the Broncos, but the offense was being strangled by Sean Payton. Bad play calls, man. Bad play calls led to them not doing it, in my opinion. But I agree 1000% with JC. Players should be developed by college, not in the NFL. And Bones agreed. I agree 100%. They should have already been developed. You can't be putting that on a wide receivers coach. They should take what that player's already developed and mold it into the NFL. But to be developing players, you're supposed to be adjusting in the NFL, not fully developing players. Messieurs, did you see Derrick Henry, pimp slap? Oh my god! I don't think he did that. It was a stiff arm, but yeah, that stiff arm was pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie. Mm. What's up, Crazy Polk, Mr. Polk? Wes Welker is a hard wide receivers coach in a soft environment. I mean, he said it. I didn't, but I'm not surprised either. I'm not surprised either. I'm telling you. Kirby says that his theory is we moved on from Wes Welker because I believe Tyreek and other wide receivers were showing up late and nobody respect McDaniel and the buddy system. So we need a wide receivers coach that could keep them in check. Not a bad theory. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely not a bad theory. Definitely not a bad theory. Maybe he was trying to keep them accountable and they didn't like that. Mm. Miss Fizz, it would be awesome if Hartline becomes a coach for Dolphins. I don't want to ruin people's careers like that. I'm telling you, I know it sounds ridiculous, but what am I gonna say, man? Miami doesn't know what a great coach I know what you meant. Coach, GM, or quarterback looks like. No, this is the thing. I almost feel like, you know how you have LA, you have Hollywood, and everything's a production. It almost feels like the Miami Dolphins are just nothing but a big production. That's it. We're just a big production to, like, make revenues and really just bring in good talent so that we can sell the team, and then fans can just buy jerseys and buy all this stuff. Michael K said maybe Walker quit and gave the Dolphins permission to say they fired him to give them a chance not to look like pansies. uh, yeah. But you know how they say we've moved on from. Let me guess. Chris Greer probably said Wes Walker has earned the right to be a free agent. Oh God, I'm telling you. That's all we are, a marketing team. Exactly. We're the cheerleaders of the NFL. Nothing but a facade. At least that's what we've turned into, if that's not the case. And it's very frustrating and unfair for us fans to truly love this team, put so much and hard work into it, and for this team to just like, yeah, we're fine, whatever. We don't really need we don't really need to do anything, because guess what? Guys, we just gotta dangle them. Just dangle a little bit. Dangle a little bit. And guess what? They'll be able to do it. Like, it's kind of crazy to me, everything that's going on, man. And we haven't even gotten to everything else that's happened in the division. Don't worry, Wednesdays we're gonna break down the division, all the divisional moves between the Jets and the 80 million people they've been interviewing. I got a whole list of people that and you're like, my lord. And then between the Jets and their GM coaching, looking, and then the Patriots um, getting the head coach that they wanted. So much has been happening in our division that it almost just pisses me off, because it's like, nope, we're going to run it back because what we're doing works. Uh, you know what, Jack Ryan? What's up? Good morning. You're more worried about the wide receivers coach than we are. That's another one. That is such oh god. That is such a Chris Greer saying, man. Oh God, it's so annoying. What's up, Anthony Walker? Good morning, man. Oh, I'm telling you. Oh, this is funny. Dolphins no matter. Hey, we're trying. I'm gonna tell you in the immortal words of the greatest Jedi of all time: do or do not. There is no try. Can anybody tell me who said that? And in which episode they said it in? Let's see if we have any fans out there. Do or do not. There is no try. Let me see if anybody puts it. Oh man. Oh gosh. It's hilarious. Let me see if anybody says this. Oh, Ivory coming in hot. Yes. It was Yoda, and that's exactly the movie it was. Empire Strikes Back, man. Arguably, okay, guys, we don't, true Star Wars fans, we know what's real Star Wars is episode 1, 2, and 3, that now they call 4, 5, 6, right? A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return uh of the Jedi. We're not even gonna talk about all the other stuff that they made because Empire Strikes Back has to be top three sequels of all time, and I'm saying sequels because very rarely. Oh yeah. I said it. Return of the Jedi. It took me a second, but I got it. Um, Literally nothing like Empire Strikes Back, man. Insane movie. That trilogy, the original trilogy, amazing, amazing, like amazing. There's no other words of saying it. Amazing. I own all the Star Wars, but Yoda is one of my favorite. Um, don't think to me. Yeah, I'm telling you. Jack Ryan got it first. That was Yoda. Kirby got it too. So did Steve. Good morning, Steve. But the movie was Yoda. Empire Strikes Back. One of the greatest top three sequels because it's so rare for sequels to be as good as the first. Like in as a movie sommelier that I am, aka connoisseur. In order for me for a sequel to be as good as the original, like the first movie, if the first one was here, the sequel has to be double, if not triple, as good, just to equate. Because the first ones will always be 99.9% of the time, the first ones will always be the best movies. But very rare that you can find the second movie. They gotta be like just as much just to be as good as the first one. And I agree with you, Rebo. Godfather 2, that's another one. Terminator 2, that's another one. Back to the Future 2, that's another one. I mean, we can go on and so forth, Buzz. But listen, that's it for today because I got to the Aliens 2. Way better. I got a skedaddle, guys. But I wanted to at least finish up with something fun to talk about tomorrow. Like I told you, we're gonna continue down the path. We got so much more to talk about. But I appreciate everybody coming through, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for all your wealth wishes. Um, Man, it's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. Anthony, yes, I got you. I like the original trilogy, but since I grew up with the sequel trilogy, I like them better than the originals. I hope that doesn't make me sound less of a Star Wars fan. Not at all, dude. I grew up with the second trilogy too. I wasn't even, man, my parents were kids, teenagers when that movie came out. The first trilogy of the original trilogy of Star Wars, my parents were teenagers. So, like, I was not even a thought by then. But for me, the original trilogy will always win. Period. Like it's just no, you know what I mean. And same thing. Rocky 1, Rocky 2, exactly. Very rarely do the second movie they have to outperform the first one just to be as good as the first movie. So there you go, guys. But tomorrow we're gonna have more fun like we always do. Sharp, guys, 8 a.m. I will catch you tomorrow morning. Thank you. Be blessed, guys. Thank you for all the prayers. Thank you for all the well wishes. Congrats again to Context and to Finsanity being the fantasy winners. Tomorrow we're gonna talk even more about stuff, guys. But I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Be blessed, have fun, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Take care, guys. And as always, uh, yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye bye.